All right, so today we're here with a good friend of mine and one of the agents here locally in Pittman out of our office here, Michelle. And I wanted Michelle to share a little bit about, your history, what got you into real estate and what led you to Real Broker.
Okay. So I wasn't always a realtor. I've been a realtor for 4 years now, as of March. I was formerly a professional violinist. I still play professionally, a small business owner, and I work with my husband. And basically, we came to the point where I knew I needed to get another job, and I'd always loved real estate. I love working with people. I'm very outgoing, and I just decided to say goodbye to my business partnership with my husband and got my real estate license. And I started at RE/MAX, and I quickly realized that I would move on from that role, and I took about 10 interviews in 2023 and came across Real Broker with Matt, and it has been a fantastic decision for my career.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. So you did what I believe most agents should do, which is start on a team, get trained, and then eventually when you start being the main producer of your closings, that's when you and the team leader have to either adjust your splits a lot or, most of the time team leaders say, sorry, I can't pay you that much anymore, or in the future, so time to break apart. So in evaluating all the different companies, I guess, what was a couple of the main reasons you chose Real?
Okay, so when I was taking the interviews, I actually took interviews with teams. I also took interviews with 100% brokerages, and in the end, something was always telling me that this wasn't the right fit. I like some of the brokerages because of their tech and their, competitive commission splits. But in the end, when I talked to Matt, the whole business model of Real Broker was really appealing to me, and I was a little nervous about becoming a solo agent, but one of the things that I love about this office is our culture here, and I feel like I have the team's support, but I am a solo agent. And as soon as I transferred over here, it quickly became clear that I was able to be a solo agent, and I got a lot of confidence and help from Matt.
Yep. So since then, she's been on the Real Producer, or in the Real Producers magazine. She had her best year ever.
Yeah, in 2024 and 2025, $10 million in sales. So I'm shooting for higher goals this year. But
awesome. And people question. I have an opinion on why Real is, one of the best, especially for agents that are already doing transactions. Is the stock real? And is revenue share real? Have you seen it in your account?
Yes, absolutely. So I am blessed because my stock account is a little bit like a savings account, right? So, and a lot of other brokerage structures, you're paying a lot of heavy fees to the brokerage. But in my opinion, because we have a more cloud-based brokerage, they are able to offer us lots of competitive options to continue to generate revenue within the system. So I have accrued quite a nice little chunk of change with my stock account, which I've already withdrawn a few dollars to do some things. And revenue share is great. I take my mentorships. If somebody signs in my downline, then I take care of them. I try to help mentor them. They're usually less experienced agents, which is totally fine, and I help try to nurture them, and it's great. So I definitely have received the receiving end. I've been on the receiving end of some revenue share from some agents on my downline.
Awesome. And let's lastly talk about, I guess, who Real Broker is a fit for and who might not be a fit for. My short opinion is it's a fit for every agent that's out there looking for a new home, that can understand and work with technology, and isn't afraid and doesn't need, an office staff as part of your, split. So what's your opinion?
Yeah, my opinion is within Real Broker, there's obviously very successful teams in South Jersey and Pennsylvania. I think it's great because they have a ton of training opportunities. There's a full calendar every day. So if you're a very proactive agent and you really want to learn, we have the tools to do that. And the 3 ways to generate revenue within the system is very, very helpful, which I don't think many brokerages can provide to their agents. Yep. But yeah, we have a fantastic culture here, and it's only been positive for me since I joined in 2023.
Awesome. And we're going to come back with some more stories.